Hey friends, my name is Cody Archer. I'm here, part of the Revive Israel team. I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about having the right approach towards the different giftings that God gives to each of us. Now, if you look at this whiteboard behind me, we have a number of leadership or different giftings that God gives among His body, and I've taken them from these three different scriptures here, and I've kind of just put a summary. This isn't all. We could actually add a lot more different spiritual gifts that God gives to His body. And now, also, it's important to say right from the beginning that Yeshua, He has 100% of all of these things. He's not lacking in any area. He is the great prophet, the great evangelist, all of these things. But for each of us, we are born with a certain measure of gifting or anointing, a different calling. And I put here as an example from my own life what I think I was possibly born with. Had a little bit of a number of things, a little bit stronger in evangelist, a little bit more in pastoral and service. But as God designs it in each of our lives, He puts us in different seasons where we have certain environments or different people in our lives that are helping us grow and encourage us to move forward in the gifts that God has given us. And so, for example, my own life over the last maybe 10 years, I had a season where I was working with youth with a mission, and I grew a lot in the area of evangelism. We were on the streets, we're serving among homeless people, I was sharing my faith on a regular basis. But now, over the last 3 years, now that I've had leadership over a youth group, my pastoral gift has really been growing. So this has been growing. Alongside that, here at Revive Israel, we put a lot of emphasis on the prophetic and growing and hearing God's voice. So this has also been growing. Also, apostolic has been growing with some leadership. My teaching has also been growing and being refined. Service, and so on. We can, in different seasons, grow in each of these different areas according to the environment that God puts us in. Now, here is something really important. When we look at these different giftings, there's usually two places that we can fall, or two traps that we fall into. On one side, we get puffed up in pride. Wow, look at me. I'm so great. I have such a strong evangelistic gifting. Nobody can evangelize like me. I do it better than everyone else. We don't want to fall in that. On the other side, we can fall into the area of jealousy, where we look at someone else's gifting and anointing and say, wow, they're so gifted. God, you didn't hardly give me anything. I feel so weak in that area. I want to be just like that person, and not being comfortable in our own skin and thankful for the gift and grace that God has given us. So we don't want to fall on the side of jealousy. We don't want to fall on the side of pride, but we do want to be people who champion and celebrate the gifts that God has placed in other people and in ourselves. And so I want to just take a minute and encourage you. Would you go find someone today that you can actively encourage and build up and really recognize the gifting and anointing that God has put in them so that they can be encouraged to keep moving forward and growing in their gift? So let's be people who champion and celebrate the gifts that God's given everyone in the diversity of His body so that we can all grow up into the fullness of what He's designed for us, a full and complete body that's pure and holy in His sight. Thanks, guys.